Hello everyone, this is Andy's free guitar chart videos. Another free lesson by Andy. And if you like these videos on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And my Facebook friends too. There's access to the Facebook group, Andy's free guitar chart videos group on Facebook. And certainly there's instructions underneath the video on how to access the Facebook page. So we want to look at, we're going to be using this guitar. It's down C tuned, so this is my E-shaped C here. So instead of an E where your fret nut is, where my finger bar is, down D tuned, down C tuned. It's kind of low, but I like it there. Now let's look at, I'm going to catch up a few charts before we get to today's chart, because it's not an easy chart for me to even understand, and sometimes I just have to put the ingredients in that chart, but I still, can't wrap my head around some of the details, so we'll get whatever we can out of it. So we're looking here at chart 331. I think we've discussed this before. Modal 145 for caged open long patterns. Now the long patterns is the CCAGEED, and as you know, the long patterns are patterns you can play from the fret nut, so it's not just CAGED anymore. It's two forms of C. Okay, so we have the E minor and the F major, which is the Lydian fourth. The E minor is the Phrygian third, and then over here in the E shape we have the seventh. The E seventh is the Locrian seventh, and then we have the E root. It is the Ionian root 2/3, etc. So let's look at this. Let's put me back down here and let's get started. So the wife is out, and I'm going to catch up the charts. So you've probably seen this chart in the previous video. Let's just look here once again what's going on. Okay, so let's look at this A5 here, 5, 6, 7. It's right. Here's one, 5, 6, 7 there. Here's a 5, 6, 7. Here's a 5, 6, 7. Here's a 5, 6, 7. So they're everywhere. So we can make that 5, 6, 7 its own data bit, so to speak. In asynchronous transfer mode, you have the data bits. Each has a header and a tailer. They split up. They go wherever they want to go, and then they get put back together at the end. It's not quite that complicated, but it is a discrete scale fragment, and we call it this. I call it the string shape. 5, 6, 7. So if we start at root 2, 3, it's going to count root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 5, 6, 7 goes back to root 2, 3. So we have it in a circle here. Root 2, 3, okay, root 2, 3, and now we have to skip 2 to get to 4, 5, 6. So we're going to skip the D, skip the C, and go to the C4 for 4, 5, 6. Skip 2 there, and go to E7 because 7 comes after 6. Okay, then skip 2 there, and we're at the E7, 7 root 2, and then we're at 3, 4, 5, then we're at 6, 7 root, then we're at 2, 3, 4, then we're at 5, 6, 7, etc., etc. As opposed to the way the usual caged word would go. In the caged system, let's say this is your fret nut here where E is, and that is the low E. Okay, it would be the E shape. Okay, well let's talk about the C shape right here, because the bottom string of the C shape, the low E string, is a Phrygian third. Okay, so that would be 3, 4, 5. All right, now we're on that 5. We're going to go from C shape to A shape C here. And what we're going to count here on the bottom string in that A shape is just 5, 6 in the key of C. We got 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the A shape. Then we go to the G shape. Okay, so we've got a G shape C. This is the regular cage system. And we got 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Let's try that again. 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root. So that's your, and then we go to the D shape. Okay, so we get the D shape. I'm doing it an octave lower. We start on the 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the D shape in the cage system, C-A-G-E-D. But in the CCAGEED system, and so when we want to go, here's how it goes. We start on 3, 3, 4, 5, and we want to get to 6, 7, root. So in the word cage, we're going to skip one letter. So C, skip A to G. C shape, and then to G shape. Okay, from G, we're going to go C-A-G-E-D. We're going to skip the E and go from G to D. We're going to go to the D shape. So as we go up in string shape fifths, we're skipping every other letter in the word cage. When we go to the modal cages, where each note has its own cage, each note in a scale has its own cage, we're going to skip 2 and then go to the third away from there, each one. So E root, skip 2 and go to C4, skip 2 and go to E7. Alright, that's 7 root 2, E shape, and then root 2, and then skip 2 again, and to C, the C string shape on the 4th string. Skip 2 again to the G shape on the 5th string, but bring it up 1 fret for the tuning third. So we have a 4th, go up 1 fret, we have another 4th here. Okay, from here to here is a 4th, instead of, we want that 4th. And then after the C shape, we are going to the G shape on top. The D shape, actually. I forgot where we were. C shape here, then we go to the D shape here. Okay, C shape, and then we're going to go to the G shape there. We just played it. And then G shape, we're going to skip 2 to the D shape. Got a little mixed up. So that's how the CCAGEED system works. C-C-A-G-E-E-D system works. Every scale tone has its own string shape. So let's say we're here at E. E is root 2, 3. Okay, then D is 2, 3, 4. Okay, then E it's actually C3 is 3, 4, 5. So it pays to do it by the numbers. C4 is the Lydian is 4, 5, 6. Alright, and then we go to the, over here to the A5, the A-shaped long string shape, 5, 6, 7. Just those 3 notes. Okay, then we go to the E, the 7 root 2. Up, we've got G, 6, 7 root. Then to the E Locrian cage, that was the Aeolian, now Locrian. Now we go back to the E Ionian. Okay, so those are the string shapes with the modal cages. Okay, and the modal cages in this particular drawing, as you know, these are the shapes if you wanted to stay in the 1, 4, 5 system. It would be E, the 4th is A shape, and then the 5th is also A shape, 2, 5, 7 there. So we talked about that in the previous lesson, and how we've got the other shapes in the other cages. Okay, but that's all 1, 4, 5. These are also modals. If you play these